Good evening, students. The next parameter which we are going to learn today is antenna temperature. As you know, all the objects with physical temperature which is greater than absolute zero will radiate energy. So, the radiation resistance is in turn related to the antenna temperature defined by TA. And the antenna temperature also depends on the temperature of the regions related to the antenna is looking at. The antenna is seeing something. So antenna is looking at that region it depends on. First diagram, look onto this diagram. A resistor is placed at a temperature of T. The power per unit bandwidth is equal to K into T, the product of Boltzmann constant and the absolute temperature of the resistor. Now replace the resistor by the lossless antenna in an anechoic chamber. The anechoic chamber is nothing but free of echo. No echo exists inside at temperature T. So the noise power bandwidth, however, remains the same in this case also when I am replacing the resistor by an lossless antenna. Third case, now imagine that the antenna is being removed from the anechoic chamber and it is pointed to the sky, which is at temperature T. Assume the entire antenna pattern, this is a radiation pattern, this is seeing the sky at a temperature of T. Now, we can go into the analysis of identifying antenna temperature. By definition, power per unit bandwidth, if it is independent of frequency, then the total power is defined by capital P is equal to small p into B. In equation number 1, we have defined small p to be equal to K into T. So, substituting 1, I get the second equation as P equal to KT into B watts. Second condition, if antenna has an effective aperture AE, then I am assuming that the beam is directed at the source of radiation to find the power received. So the same power received can also be defined in terms of SAEB. Instead of KTB, it is defined in terms of SAEB. What is this S? What is this AE? Already in the previous parameter we have discussed very clearly about the effective aperture. S is the power density per unit bandwidth. You will be very clear with this. The power density per unit bandwidth is nothing but the Poynting vector which you have already learnt in electromagnetic fields. Here it is being denoted by S representation. So B the bandwidth in Hertz. So this has W per meter square of Hertz. This is W per meter square of Hertz into meter square into Hertz. Meter square Hertz gets cancelled. You are left out with watts. Let me equate 2 and 3. What happens to the equation? S of AE into B is equal to K into T into B. Cancel out the like terms. You are left out with S equal to KT divided by AE, or it is modified as S equal to K into T is replaced by TA, antenna temperature, such that the equation takes up the form of TA equal to S into AE divided by K is called as the equation for the antenna temperature. Here one important note is taken out. As we know, most of the celestial sources radiate only the unpolarized wave. So any antenna which is irrespective of the polarization characteristic receives only half of the incident power. In that case, where S is twice the value of the existing value. So S becomes equal to twice the value of KTA divided by AE. But in general, TA is defined by S of AE divided by K. As we know, this is the value of S's power density per unit bandwidth, effective aperture, K the Boltzmann constant. So the antenna temperature is easily identified. This antenna temperature can also be defined in terms of the beam angle. Already we have seen the omega notation. The omega notation, we have two cases here. Let us assume omega A to be the antenna beam solid angle in steradian. Likewise, omega S is source solid angle again in steradian. Let me assume TA to be the antenna noise temperature and Ts to be the source temperature, all in degree Kelvin. By definition of this antenna, I write Ta omega A equal to Ts omega S. Therefore, Ta, the antenna temperature, can be defined by Ts into omega S divided by omega A. So this is another way of writing the antenna temperature. Next condition, if we have the receiver itself to be having some noise temperature of say Tr due to the thermal noise, what happens to the power received? The power received at the source is equal to K times of Ta plus Tr. Already we have antenna temperature. Tr is included here, Bn. So the constant Ta plus Tr is defined as T system, effective system noise temperature, which is the sum of antenna noise temperature and the receiver noise temperature. As we spoke, it is thermal noise. So the noise introduced by the network can also be defined in terms of this effective noise temperature. If T is the effective noise temperature, you just learn this condition alone. F minus 1 of T naught. F is a noise figure. So we can also define T, effective noise temperature, using noise figure, where noise figure in decibel is already known to be 10 log of F to the base 10. There is only an extra part of analysis of effective noise temperature. Our system of analysis is confined to Ta, the temperature of the antenna, which is due to the analysis of two conditions of antenna beam solid angle and source solid angle, and another condition Ta is S times of Ae divided by K. This gets the analysis of antenna temperature. Thank you.